All right, let's get right into it. We're going to tackle one of the biggest questions floating around the workplace right now. How do you actually use AI to get things done? Because it seems like everyone is asking this exact question. What's the best AI tool? It feels like the right place to start, doesn't it? You're looking for that one magic bullet, that single piece of software that's going to just, revolutionize everything you do.
Well, here's the thing. That's the wrong question. I'm telling you, focusing on the best tool is a total trap. The real question, the one that's actually going to unlock some serious power, is this. How do you build an AI team, a whole crew of specialists that work together to completely change the way you get work done?
So let's totally shift our thinking here. We're not just picking one tool out of a lineup. We are assembling a team of specialists. I mean, think about it. You'd never hire one person and expect them to be your head of marketing, your CFO, and your lead engineer, right? Of course not. It's the exact same logic with AI.
Okay, so here's your starting lineup. We've got the generalist assistant, the integrated builder, the visual strategist, the specialized researcher, and the knowledge synthesizer. Each one has its own unique superpowers. Let's get to know the players.
First up, good old ChatGPT. Think of this one as your go-to generalist assistant. It's fantastic for just talking through an idea, brainstorming, drafting a quick email, or taking a really complex topic and just making it simple. It's your all-around, everyday problem solver.
Next on the team is Gemini, and this is your integrated builder. Its superpower? It's deeply, deeply connected to the whole Google workspace. So it's amazing at crunching data right there in your spreadsheets or building out solutions that plug directly into the systems you're already using.
Then we've got Claude, who I like to call the visual strategist. Claude is just exceptional at seeing the big picture. You can feed it a dense business plan or a mountain of reports, and it helps you visualize the entire strategy, spot the gaps, and really think through a problem from 10,000 feet. Now, when you need to dig up some real hard facts, you turn to Perplexity. This is your specialized researcher. And this is so important. Perplexity doesn't just search the web, it researches. It gives you answers based on what's happening right now, and, get this, it actually cites its sources, so no more wondering where in the world did that stat come from.
And finally, rounding out the team, we have NotebookLM, your knowledge synthesizer. Now, this is where things get really personal. You upload your stuff, your research, your meeting notes, your project files, and it creates insights and summaries based entirely on your knowledge base. It's like having an expert on your own work.
So once you have this team in your head, you start to see this huge split between two completely different ways of working. There's the old game, which honestly most people are still stuck in, and then there's the new game, the one the real pros are playing.
The old game was all about picking one tool, say ChatGPT, and trying to jam every single task into it. And what's the result? Frustration, bad outputs, and that feeling that, AI just isn't all it's cracked up to be. The new game, it's all about building workflows where each specialist does what it does best. We're not just using tools anymore, we're orchestrating them.
So what does this orchestration actually look like in practice? Let's take a super common business task, something like creating a detailed market research report for the leadership team.
Okay, let's watch the team go. Step 1, research. We send Perplexity out to find the latest market trends, complete with cited sources. Step 2, analysis. We take that research and our own internal strategy docs, and we upload them to Claude, asking it to connect the dots. Step 3, integration. We take Claude's big picture insights over to Gemini, which builds us a beautiful comparative framework right there in Google Sheets. Step 4, synthesis. Everything. The research, the analysis, the spreadsheet gets uploaded to NotebookLM, which can then generate an entire executive summary podcast from all of it. And for the final polish, a quick prompt to ChatGPT drafts the perfect conversational email to send it all out. See? That is the power of an AI team. What we just saw, that perfectly illustrates the real skill we all need to be building right now. It's called workflow thinking. It's the ability to look at a complex process, break it down into smaller pieces, and then assign each piece to the right specialist, whether that's a human or an AI, to get the absolute best result. Honestly, this skill is way more valuable than becoming an expert in any single tool.
So how do you actually start developing this workflow mindset? It's not as complicated as it sounds. It really just comes down to 3 core principles you can apply to pretty much any task you've got.
Yep, that's it. Just 3 things to remember. If you can get these down, you are going to be so far ahead of the game. Let's break them down.
First, map. First, tool second. Before you even open an AI app, map out your work process. What are the actual steps? Then, you can decide which specialist fits each step. Second principle,
Design for handoffs. Think about how the information is going to move from one tool to the next. You want the output from Perplexity to be the perfect input for Claude. It's all about smooth handoffs. And third, build systems, not one-offs. Don't constantly reinvent the wheel. Once you've got a workflow that really works, document it. Make a template, make it repeatable. That's where the magic really happens.
Okay, enough theory. Theory's great, but you know the real learning happens when you actually do something. So let's talk about how you can build your very first workflow, like today. Here is your homework. First, I want you to pick one recurring thing you have to create for work. A weekly report, a client pitch deck, anything you do over and over. Second, write down all the little steps it takes to get that thing done. And third, just assign an AI specialist to one or two of those steps. That's it. Start small, see how it feels, and then build from that.
Because this is really the most important takeaway from all of this. Real, lasting change doesn't happen just because you bought a new piece of software. It happens when you use that software as an excuse to fundamentally rethink how you do your work in the first place.
So let's just stop asking which AI tool is the best and start asking, how can I build my AI team? Your job isn't to find one magic tool. Your job is to be the conductor of this incredible new orchestra, and that is the mindset that is truly going to change the game for you. Thanks for tuning in.